Apple cider vinegar. Yeah, it's healthy for you, but it's also a true-ish story based on a lie on Netflix. This limited series just dropped. I want to talk about it and how crazy it is.
I'd like to welcome on the stage Belle Gibson.
It must have affected her that my book was reviewed as better than hers.
Set at the birth of Instagram, Apple Cider Vinegar follows two young women who set out to cure their life-threatening illnesses through health and wellness, influencing their global online communities along the way, all of which would be incredibly inspiring if it were all true. Again, this is about the rise and fall of a wellness empire, the early 2010s when Instagram was young and a lot of people were taken advantage of through this lie that Kaitlyn Dever's character in Belle sets out to try and make something of, and we see kind of her mentality, her mindset at the beginning of the show in episode 1 when she's swindling this salesman into giving her a deal on something that ultimately doesn't even go through because of this strange personality that she has. You see that off the bat, and it's discussed early on. There could have been some mental illness in play, and you would think this is a story that takes itself entirely seriously, but this is a show, 6 episodes, that was fairly entertaining. Now, it's also one, while you're watching, you're just kind of cringing, like, I can't believe she did that. I can't believe she said that. I can't believe someone is interesting, we'll use that word, enough to attempt to base everything that she's doing on one big lie and to fake a terminal illness.
You what?
Now, her goal was to heal her terminal illness through nutrition and determination, love, passion, this very naturalistic diet, rather than modern medicine. Now, that's something that we're seeing a lot more of in 2025, and I do believe there are paths that people can take to give themselves a better chance of survival with these horrible illnesses, right? And we're seeing another character in this show, in Milla, played by Alycia Debnam-Carey, who does just that. They are proposing to her early on, hey, you need to take this course of action, maybe amputation, and she says, no, I'm going to do this because I need to do it. She is facing something that is tragic. Belle is facing something that's tragic to everyone else, but in reality, it's all a scam. It's all a lie. And this Australian swindler, the story that came out, again, based on a true story, a true lie, if you will, was massive because this is something that so many people took note of and tried to follow along with when they were actually facing a health crisis of their own, but all of it turned out to be fake and false. And this story is all about kind of exploring Belle's personality and how that rage, but also that passion engulfs her and turns her into, ultimately, a scammer by the end. I want to talk about Kaitlyn Dever, who, first of all, does a great job with the accent, the Australian accent. That's a tough thing to master, but she's been down this route before, the television route, in Dope Sick. She's also been fantastic in movies. I think of a film like that I was just talking about the other day, Booksmart. Booksmart is so funny, and she uses that underlying sense of humor to carry herself in this role that isn't necessarily humorous, although you could make it out to be humorous because she's such a liar. But she also has these mini meltdowns anytime that there is a threatening essence around her. An example in that first episode when she just kind of loses it off the bat, and she does that all throughout this show. And she's just a young mom. She's just someone that's trying to swindle an entire nation to lie about having a terminal illness and then state that everything you're saying is factual is fascinating in its own way. And this rags to riches story, well, then back to rags, I guess, by the end, this story that we are telling along with the investigative journalists who come in and inevitably find out that everything she is saying is a lie. And then this dynamic, this instilled rivalry, if you will, between Milla and Belle, this back and forth between the two, not necessarily on screen, but kind of following in those footsteps. One of them actually has a horrible illness. The other one is lying. To see Belle try to use Milla and then get the attention, garner everyone feeling sorry for her through this is, again, like I said, it's cringeworthy. You're just kind of like, I can't believe someone would actually do this, but they're doing it. And it's a tough watch. Also, everyone loves a scandalous story. We love true crimes. We love these documentaries that come out on Netflix. That's why I believe Apple Cider Vinegar is 6 episodes, limited series, doesn't take you too long to get through, worth a watch, and maybe even worth a binge. Before giving my score, what did you think about this one, man? I'd love to know your thoughts down below. How crazy is this true story? Did they execute it in a way that was entertaining? And did you know about this? Because I didn't know much about the true story. Again, mostly coming from this show is what I know, and I find that to be very interesting. Also, if you enjoy these Netflix series review, be sure to drop a like down below and let me know, what should I review next? This fascinating and scandalous true story is a tough watch, mostly because of how insane it all is, but there is an entertaining approach they take that highlights Dever's performance and delivers something worthy of a binge. Not perfectly executed all the way through, but one that does deliver. Thanks for watching. Kaitlyn Dever, you've got a great Australian accent. I will see you soon.